It has been a while since I've had an interaction with outsiders. Being part of the druid order that wants the balance of nature restored, we aren't exactly welcome by most people. All of the soldiers and rulers of Yrson would love to see us stamped out, and the people would rather not interact with us at all in fear of being marked as collaborators. That's why these folk were a good change of pace. Do I think they are fools for moving against the throne all on their own? Fuck yeah. I mean, we are barely able to make these lush green pockets pop up for a few weeks at most before they're stamped out. We're very powerful druids, and we work together to do ritual magic. They have a guy with a big, hard gun, a woman with a facial of freckles, 2 furries, and the most gorgeous man I've ever seen in my life. And that handsome daddy with the bad hand. You ask me, only one of these groups has a chance of achieving their goals, and it's not the one that wants to overthrow the queen. Still, I appreciate the sack, pole, and mirror they traded for that cornucopia. Good trade for me? Nope. But it made them happy. And they need all the joy they can get before they meet their inevitable demise.
We did.
Glad we have
We
that
did
faith.
give him a magical cauldron, too.
That does not bode well.
Forgot about that.
And a 10-foot
But
pole.
dang-
No, he said the pole.
He said the
He said
pole.
the pole, yeah.
Oh my god, he wanted the sack and a pole and then a mirror to admire it in.
Big sack, big pole.
Yeah.
You just got that.
I
Okay.
know, I'm sorry, you guys.
I just got it when she said it.
Okay. Yeah, that.
I'm saying it for all of our audience that
Yeah,
also
so
only
for-
just got
You're
it.
welcome, everybody.
Oh, God. I think is it because we're women?
Oh my god,
That we were
maybe.
totally
I
not
just-
seeing that.
I thought he just wanted to poke things with a big stick in a not dirty way.
Again,
I don't
yeah,
know
why would you- yeah.
Now that I say it out
You
loud.
just put them all
Right.
together. And,
Oh, boy.
but he's wise. He's a druid, so he's probably very wise. And he knows that we're going to die.
Sure, we're gonna go.
He doesn't think you're gonna live.
But we don't know that. And you got to say to our executive producers, like, it's a good call on Herbert. Great character.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's been
yes.
fun.
Herbert,
Absolutely.
Herbert was a blast.
David and Callie, thank you for Herbert. I feel like
That was
was it
super
mostly
cool.
David?
I bet
It's
it was
gotta be.
mostly
it was
David.
David and Callie rolling her eyes while he told me.
Nice,
Yeah.
That
nice.
sounds about right.
Yeah, that was great. He was like, I want Herbert the pervert, or I want the Real Men of Genius man from Budweiser. And I'm like, okay,
You got this. You got this.
I can do that.
The real man of Genius Man?
Real Man of Genius.
Have you seen those commercials?
You haven't seen
This
those
goes
commercials?
out to you, Mr. I cut trees with a chainsaw. Cutting trees with a chainsaw.
So what would your character be?
It would be like that.
That
A
was the
super
example.
manly, masculine men.
It would be a pair. It would be one guy saying things in the really dramatic voice, and then his little backup guy going, really dramatic voice.
Gotcha. Oh, like maybe he's got a familiar or something that just does backup.
No.
vocals for him?
God.
Definitely a
guy.
whole separate person.
Who is a
An
bard?
actual-
Basically,
yeah, it'd be
his
like
hype
maybe
man.
like The Witcher, where you have The Witcher, and then you have the guy
Yeah.
singing about what The Witcher just did.
Yeah.
Toss a coin to. Sorry, it's stuck in my head now. It's your
Right?
fault, David. It's your fault.
Is that where Superman kills vampires? What am I?
Yeah, that's the
Sure.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here we are in the forest.
Yes.
In a real green forest.
Out of the snow, yes.
Out of the snow, yeah. You guys went through the different ramifications. You finished off your watches. Vasilisa did a wonderful card reading for Marge, who is going through a lot still. And now we're going to go ahead. We're going to do a card reading for Bolka. And Bolka, remind everybody out there kind of what your qualifier is. What short-term goal do you have?
Well, the bonuses and minuses from the spell last for 7 days, but he picked a goal that I think we're going to accomplish in just like maybe 3 days, which is to get Gary back to his family safely.
And I've decided that this feels like a constitution kind of question.
Oh, really?
Because we are traveling
Okay.
and we are facing the hardships of the road.
I like that a lot.
Okay.
And it is time for Bolka to pick his roll card. Pick the card which speaks to you.
Not that one. No, I'm kidding.
No matter what, I feel like I'm overlooking.
Could be
You could just close your eyes.
good, it could be bad. Oh,
His face doesn't look.
what did
No,
you get?
it's interesting. The very first card he pulled was the Mountain Man,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
then the theater, I believe, or the play, something
The
like
theater.
the
that.
theater.
I drew the brass dwarf just now.
Oh, that feels
Oh,
so
wow.
fitting for Bolka.
They all do feel in theme with him. Which
What's
is nice.
especially funny about the brass dwarf is that it's not, strictly speaking, a dwarf. It looks like a dwarf. It is an Azer.
He's a what?
Azer.
Azer.
The brass dwarf Bolka represents some invulnerability to a present danger.
Yes, he looks like he is on fire, but does not care. Like,
Yes.
hair is fire, beard is fire, background is fire, and he's just like, this is fine. And he looks,
Yes.
he looks okay. He is standing next to hookah and blowing most elaborate smoke that are actually like 3-dimensional cube, like polyhedron. Is interesting.
Yes, it's
He's also barefoot.
you are strong, you are healthy despite a very obvious danger that you are in. So as we look at this, keep in mind that card, and hopefully it means that although there may be dangers in this reading for you, you yourself tend to be strong and healthy despite the bad things around you. So in your past, Bolka, we have the publican, the joke, and the beating.
I have joke in my past. That is good.
You do, yes, in the kind of neutral past position.
And the beating also is accurate.
The publican we have seen before, it's of the suit of stars. So it speaks to wisdom. Something in your past was good that had to do with a sense of fellowship, camaraderie, being a place of refuge. It could be the heralds of summer. It could be being here right now, or it could be that Valdsby was a place maybe for you of camaraderie, of fellowship, of safety. Neutral past, the joke. Not a surprise for you. Suit of books, also chaotic good. And in some cases could be, oh, you are a joke, but here instead I think is more overcoming something bad through artifice. It reminds me of how you tend to cast enchantment spells to charm people with your words and your magic, to find ways out of bad situations that are not just fighting.
Now, who told you? I would never do that. Who told you that I do that sort of thing?
Oh, see, you are quite a
See, yeah,
jokester.
okay.
Jokester in
Maybe one time, 2 times you catch
so
me.
funny. The beating is what worries me, though.
Oh.
And it feels,
But beating is in the past, though, you said.
in the past, your negative past, you have been overwhelmed by attacks from all sides. And I think it's fair. There have been times that has happened,
Yeah, I
but I've
cannot
been there
argue,
for,
no.
so. Let's look to your present. The crows, the winged serpent, lots of flight happening, and the wanderer. It's almost as though the cards recognize you are on a journey. Am I right?
There's
Okay.
been much travel.
We
lately.
both joke a little. The crows and the wanderer are both complete opposites in terms of where they should normally be in placement. They are opposite matches. The winged serpent is just kind of balancing them. Lawful good card of stars. Represents a powerful being. As you can see, the winged serpent is a quattle, which is kind of a bridge. This is a bridge between your positive present and your negative present. The crows, as your positive present, are averting an evil. averting murder or theft or loss by kind of turning it on its head. The crows are tricky. They represent cheating or stealing or assassinating. They are roguish, you know?
But it will be prevented. You're saying
But
because...
in your present, that has been turned on its head. That has been averted. Perhaps the way that the joke works for you. You are avoiding some ill, turning it on its head, subverting expectations.
This does not sound bad.
No, it is good. That's positive. Negative, though, we still need to address, you know? And here we have the Wanderer. Normally, the Wanderer just is like, oh, I am collecting things. I am seeing the value in things that others view as trash. Here, unfortunately, because of how it is misaligned, it instead represents an inability to see what is actually valuable.
Oh, no.
And thus losing that value. There is something that you have not recognized the appropriate value in, and you are missing out. Now for your future, we have the sickness,
Oh.
the Inquisitor, and the Rakshasa.
I feel like you said that was not a good one.
Yes, I'm sorry. The Rakshasa always concerns me when I see it, because I do not like the implications. It is an evil force that controls your mind, that takes away your will, that enslaves you. Kind of like how you enslave people when you charm them. But, you know...
It's hypocritical, I guess, to say I do not like that, but I do not like that.
I do not either. Here, though, the sickness speaks most strongly. It is misaligned, and it is in opposite match. The sickness, unfortunately, is also a neutral evil card of shields. I am very sorry. But it is in your positive future. So the sickness normally is succumbing to disease. Or, you know, on a more metaphysical level, the corruption of the soul. Here, though, it is misaligned. So
no
you
corruption.
have a past that was maybe bad, but you are either giving the chance to overcome disaster, or you just are simply in very good health. I'm hoping, in respect to concern about Gary's family, that it means that your positive future would be that you help overcome the disaster of Gary's family inevitably being murdered by the White Witches, because of course they know he has defected. You know, I'm very worried. It could be you help avoid that badness, or it could be that you personally are healthy.
Oh, you think that they are mad he defected? I mean, they chopped his fingers off. I think they did not want him anymore. I thought he was kind of let
It's
go.
possible.
Sort of.
I am worried
Pink slip?
that maybe if the White Witches learn Gary is with us on the road, they will find Gary's family. Don't tell him I said so. Is Gary listening right now? You know what? I'll worry about it later.
Sorry, did somebody
Hello, I am Gary.
Definitely not talking about you, Gary. It's
Okay,
fine.
thank you.
I imagine we're doing this kind of where I prepare my spells too, like maybe a private place just on the other side of my tent, away from everybody.
You just happen to share the tent with Gary, and he's in there getting his gear ready, and he's like, are they talking
heard my
about
name.
me through the tent wall? Did he just say my name like 6 times? So that is the future, and hopefully is the most strong possibility, but it is influenced by your negative and your neutral future. So be on the watch for the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor accepts nothing but the truth. The truth cannot be changed. The Inquisitor cannot be swayed. So I feel like in your future you need to be able to tell the difference between what is true and what is false.
Okay.
Find what is true leads to overcoming sickness. Miss what is true and you fall prey to the Rakshasa. And like I said, mental enslavement, mind control, loss of yourself.
Not a fan.
And unfortunately, it is aligned where it should be. So you are not casting that off. Your negative future would be that you completely lose yourself and are enslaved mentally to something stronger than you. It could also be the mental enslavement of Gary or his family in the context of your concern for them. Maybe you recognize they are mentally enslaved and that is how you get to the positive future. Maybe you missed it and that is how you get to the negative.
You know that thing of like when you wake up and you are having a good day and you have a good breakfast and then kind of something goes wrong nice and early in the day and you just kind of lose all of your chutzpah?
Yes, I take it maybe you feel that way now.
This is,
Well, something
I
to
don't know what
remember, at least you are warned, you know? You know what to think about and
Yes.
watch for. And on a meta level, fuck, how many neutral evil cards
Okay,
do I
Is the
have?
deck all neutral evil?
At least you got one in your past, one in your present, one in your future, whereas Marge got one in her present and two in her future.
Yeah. So for the publican, you are going to get a +1 to a will save. For the joke, you will get a +1 to a skill check. For the beating, you will get a -1 to all of your attack rolls.
Jesus.
For the crows, you will get a -1 to all of your reflex saves.
Jesus.
I feel so bad. For the winged serpent, you will get a +1 to a will save again. The wanderer will give you a +2 to a skill check. The sickness will give you a -1 to all of your fortitude saves.
Jesus.
The inquisitor will give you a +1 to skill check. And the rakshasa will give you a +1 to a skill check. This is not how this is supposed to go, you guys.
Well, apparently it is.
Y'all are going to have a chance to talk to Valdeen about how shite this is before Vasilisa can sell him on getting everything.
I already know you better stay away from the cards. Don't trust a damn thing those cards do, so. I'm trying to tell you, magic is not to be trifled with.
Marge is just looking for some kind of answer to something.
So to sum up, for the next week, I've got a -1 to all saves and attacks.
I have a -1 to all skills, all attacks, and all will saves.
I feel so bad.
And I'm James.
He's the DM trying
Yeah,
to
you're
kill
the
us.
DM. Why don't you do something about this?
I will.
Oh, no.
You don't have to worry about your saves if you're dead.
Yeah, if I've been a whole new character. True.
Man. I really am sorry. Like, that's not how I hoped these would go. But also, they felt very thematically appropriate.
Heck yeah.
Well, thank you, Vasilisa. That was very informative.
No, yes, hopefully the warnings from the cards will be helpful. And I hope that you have surprisingly excellent health and overcome anything bad.
I've never been very hardy as a physical specimen, but
You do look a little frail sometimes.
perhaps it is referring to Gary's family or Gary himself. Hopefully it will help them, maybe.
We can hope. I know that it was not necessarily all positive for you.
No. But to be fair, I have seen your cards before. I knew what I was in for. I bought the ticket. I took the ride.
Yes, but
I should not be surprised.
like the brass dwarf, you know,
I like that one. You seem
surrounded
cool.
by trouble, but you personally are strong.
Okay.
So just hold to that and stay strong. I mean, we know we're going to White Throne. Of course we will be surrounded by shit.
My whole life, I am trying to make surroundings better and make life better for people around me. But
yes,
this,
but you live in Irison. What do you want? You know,
It
you
seems
got
like-
to leave your safe spot of the publican represents and go off and wander your way to shitty White Throne. We're all in bad boat right now, to be honest.
but there is nothing about Brass Dwarf, like about him, like putting out the fire or helping. No, he just kind of is sitting there being impervious, and that is not what I really want to be.
That's good. You know, maybe you save Gary or his family that way.
I will try. I will stay close. Stay close to Gary.
So is there anything else I can do
Ah.
for you guys before you head out?
You snuck up on me. You scared me.
You guys seem to be getting ready to go. You're not going to stay for another night or two.
No, we have important business.
Very good, very good. Well, you guys enjoy your time in the forest, and don't forget to put on your little coats and hats before you head back out into that fucking awful snow.
Oh.
Yes, no way you would want to just come with us and just make weather beautiful wherever we go.
I can't do that.
Oh, that would have been nice.
I know. Maybe one day you'll come across the rest of my order, and if there's enough of them, they might be able to, pop you up a green patch or something.
Are they all as welcoming as you are?
I mean, for the most part. Just like, don't slaughter animals in front of them, and you should be good to go.
Oh, of course. No, I mean, like, will they be inviting us into their bed and things like of that
What?
nature?
Oh, no. That's
Is that a you thing or is
that's
that
a me thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, did you want to, have a... Before you... No, you don't.
Oh.
Okay, that's fine. That's
No,
fine.
I
It's all good. It's all good. The thing about me is, I could throw out 1,000 lines, and if I get one every once in a while, that's a win. So I'm just living my life. I'm who I am.
What would, if we meet other members of your order, I suppose, what would they say about you? Like, what are you like?
Oh, they'd go, oh, you met Herbert the pervert, and you'd be like, yeah, the horny guy with the innuendos, and they'd be like, yep, that's Herbert. He sure is fucking horny.
That's what they think of you.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they respect you still, I hope.
I mean, I'm a respected member of my order. Yeah, that's just like who I
Will
am
they
as a person.
still call you horny now that we have your horn of plenty?
Oh, sweetheart.
No, is it
Oh, sweet baby girl.
is a linguistics thing.
I didn't think you were that innocent.
Does not cross
What?
over.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Is like how you say amorous?
Oh.
Is Herbert, as you have noticed, he is like that.
Oh.
What about this? The you said the puppy had a name. Was it Mr. Fuzzy?
Mr. Cinnamon Buns.
Oh, Cinnamon Bun.
Yes.
What will become of Cinnamon Bun?
Oh, Mr. Cinnamon Buns here is going to get reacclimated to forced society, and then he's going to go off, and he's going to be a good boy.
Does he want to come with us?
I can ask him. You want me to ask him?
We have.
All right.
Bolka.
And he pulls out a wand and he pokes
Bloody-
himself with
uh-oh.
it. Mr. Cinnamon Roll says that he could go with you guys if you want him to, but he also doesn't think you guys know how to talk to him or how to train him. So, but he's open to it if you wanted to do that. I mean, have you guys trained puppies before?
What if
I
he
know
gets hungry?
Marge has trained Giant Weasel very well.
I don't think he eats, the things that come out of the horn of plenty.
Oh, what does he eat?
Oh, he likes hunting for bunnies, and he likes hunting for birds, and he likes the meats.
I
Do
feel
you
like
see how big he is?
Oh yes.
I don't know. I mean, I have trouble controlling just my donkey. I don't want to have a wolf that could eat my donkey when it's hungry.
I think he's been helping out people too much at the moment, so it might be good to give him a break.
Yeah, maybe let the wolf be free.
I am okay with that, but it's mostly because I am nervous.
Okay, I was just thinking. I would feel safe if something this powerful was like.
I mean, if you want to
Protecting me.
take command of him, Mr. Bolka, I'm sure he would be amenable to being to forming some sort of bond with you. But also know that if you go and get him killed, I'll never forgive you, and I'll hunt you till you die.
Oh, jeez.
Just so you know, cards on the table. I really like Mr. Cinnamon Bun.
Well, cards on the table. I have seen some scary things for my future as it is. And I do not want him to get Inquisitor sickened by a Rakshasa in my future, so... Yes, perhaps he would be better suited not
Okay.
coming with us.
He says cool. He's gonna go take a mid-morning nap now.
Okay, well, tell him thank you for not killing any of us yesterday. We appreciate it.
He says you're welcome. Thanks for freeing him from the tyrannical reign of his master.
And with
Yes.
that, Marge hoists up her flag onto the back of Ghost.
No, I think
Nice.
And she's ready to go.
Vasilisa's eyeing Ghost, and she's like, Marge isn't a tyrannical master, right? I shouldn't even ask.
A tyrannical master?
You know, like if that's how they feel about their masters, like, oh man, I don't want to know.
Just some of them, not
I
all.
don't think I want to know. Marigold loves me.
Or so she says.
So
She
Herbert
said it. She said it
says
yesterday.
she says.
Yeah, right. Oh, what if Herbert is a liar?
Oh man, too bad none of you did sense motive on Herbert.
I was too excited to.
You sense his motive. It's just horny. That's the only motive he's got. You don't need to sense it.
I sense motive on Herbert.
Right
You
there.
want to fuck. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. You guys head out from the center of the forest,
Yeah, let's head out.
Yep.
heading
Gotta
north,
keep moving.
trying to get to White Throne.
I can't wait to try out these new minuses I've got.
I know, me too.
I'm so sorry. It's funny though because
Is it?
Vasilisa didn't get
Funny until the dice roll.
any negatives at all from hers.
Of
Good
course
job,
not.
And then she
Vasilisa.
goes and does other people, and she's like, you guys, I thought it was bad when Gary got like 2 negatives. You guys have 3 apiece.
That's pretty bad.
Yep.
What are the odds?
Apparently pretty good.
Figure
you just
that
didn't
out.
realize
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
That's on the cards. The spirits willed it, and it happened.
There you go.
I feel like she who dealt it must
The
bear
will
some
of the
responsibility.
cards. Oh no.
So you guys finish packing up. Bolka is now ridden with the knowledge of his future, as is Marge. You guys pack everything up. You wave goodbye to Herbert the pervert, and you start heading north through the forest, back towards the cold, desolate that is the eternal winter of E17. How's traveling going for you guys this morning?
Great. It's smooth roads. Everything's wide open.
Okay.
There's no monsters. It's awesome.
yeah,
Nice.
That's really good.
That was.
I mean,
great-
if you're
that-
asking us.
yeah, I am. That's cool.
I mean, we're going through not snow for a little bit first, but how much nice
far do we
greenery
go?
do we get before we jump back into
Yeah,
the
when do we
snow?
hit the ice?
Because we were in the
Pretty-
middle
Yeah,
of the...
I mean, it took you guys hours to get to the center.
the
So you
center,
have
yeah.
hours of walking.
So,
back.
like, a
this
half
is
day.
nice. This
Yeah.
is like...
Yeah, and
being
going
back in
along with
Taldor.
what Zach said, you guys do. You enter a section that's just kind of devoid of like trees and bushes, and it's just like a nice, really long sort of plain. You guys go through the center of this meadow that's like stretches for like a good 45 minutes.
I'm gonna make Marigold a flower crown.
Do
Ghost
it.
gets a little frisky and starts jumping around and running around and chasing butterflies.
Okay.
Aw.
Valdeen has a piece of grass that he's just like chewing on. taking out of his
Nice.
mouth.
And you guys press forward.
going.
You do that for, a few hours, and then it starts to get a bit more bleak. You reach the edge of all of the nice greenery, and before you is the cold landscape that stretches out, exiting the lush forest of which you have enjoyed the warmth and comfort of.
Oh, here we go again.
Time to put on my cloak.
Yeah,
We all
you guys,
sigh heavily and bundle up, except for the people with magical climate protection who just put snowshoes on and don't give a shit.
Yep. And
Valdeen.
you guys leave this magical forest and you start trudging through the snow again, moving slower than you were before.
No, actually, it's okay. I've already got it saved. From
Oh, okay, cool. You don't need my
I got it.
full
I've got it as a
That's fine,
soundbite.
that's fine.
Fully right.
Yeah,
in my-
you guys,
it's in my bank.
you're back in the snow. You walk, keep going. Welcome back to cold, motherfuckers.
I mean, on the plus side, it's probably easier to move the sled.
Oh yeah,
The
a lot
sled is
easier.
like, oh,
Yes.
that's the only plus side.
Yeah, the pack animals are having an easier time pulling the sled.
How many more days do we got on the road here?
I think probably,
Yeah, you guys have had a couple slow days. You had about a half days of travel with Silja and Fingrath, and you had another half day of travel going through the forest. So you guys are probably about a day behind schedule, which is who the fuck cares?
Yes, so it's still a little bit more time, Valdeen.
yeah.
But we're getting close.
Well, let's press on forward. See if we can make up some lost time.
Okay.
Is this relative in Ilspren a rat folk?
Yes, it is blood uncle of
Okay.
my late husband.
Okay.
It'll be sweet and sour news for him.
Oh, yeah.
But we will deal with that when we get there. It is fine. He will be excited to see the boys. But I will also have to tell him about Laura, and that's fine. It'll be fine. He'll be happy to see most of us. And after several hours of trudging through the snow, heading north, I need a perception check from everyone.
Okay. -1.
20.
Oh, and I rolled a 1.
Oh, it's one of the things I don't have a minus to. Yes.
I'm so sorry. My Vasilisa got a 14.
14, Valdeen.
Valdeen got a 20.
Okay.
9.
Ghost got a 14, and Marge got a 7.
Excellent. Okay, so Valdeen and Gary, as you guys are walking along, you hear something approaching from up ahead. Like very quick sort of movement through the snow. It's a ways up.
Can you describe what it sounds like?
Yeah, it sounds like something is running through the snow.
Can you act it out with your beard?
Several, yeah.
Watch your headphones.
That's why when we record with only 4 people, the blue mic's the one we don't use.
Oh no. The
It's
sad
true,
look
it's
on
true.
James's face, though. Oh my god.
The beard mic.
Am I that gross?
No.
No, honestly, the reason is because it's like, well, this is James's mic, and I want to save it for James. This was the reason we started doing it. But now it might be...
To be fair, this is a slightly better mic than all the other mics.
Yes.
Oh.
And that's why you have to have your hands on it at all times.
Yes.
You gotta really feel
so good.
the power of the mic.
You gotta touch
you
it.
can feel it. You really just want it to like really experience
Oh,
it.
poor Zach. It's like ear torture.
We're so sorry.
It's a lot of something's running through.
Okay. Valdeen immediately turns to the group. Something's coming this way. Something's ahead.
It's sled dogs. I
Is that sled dogs?
Yes, there are sled dogs coming up ahead. What do we do?
Well, we can't exactly hide, can we? And Vasilisa gestures to the snow and nothing around us.
I mean, there's like trees and bushes and stuff
Never
around.
mind,
And we
let's
have
hide.
tarps.
But we also, are we leaving footprints?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can't exactly hide, can we? So,
Are they coming towards us?
Where?
Yeah, it sounds like they're coming this way. We should
Okay.
at least just be prepared. We're going to meet them head on, sounds like.
Okay, we are traders. Not traitors.
Merchants.
But merchants.
We're going to use the
yes.
word merchants
We
instead
are
of trader.
merchants.
Sounds better.
Okay? Everyone remember not to speak Valdeen. And Vasilisa is going to cast message
Okay.
on the PCs
Okay.
plus Kappa.
Okay.
And I'm
Good
going
choice.
to tell Gary to stay close and Kappa to stay with the kids.
Okay.
So then we're, hopefully. Oh, sorry. Oh my God.
You're good.
We all hear each other, and I
Right.
don't thwack my mic ever again.
Okay.
And then Zach does it too.
Sounds good. Okay. You guys quickly see a dog sled coming towards you guys across the plains. It's a fairly small sled, 3 dogs hauling a rather burly sled with what appears to be a small man riding on the back of it. And as he starts to approach you, you see this little arm wave at you guys.
Once he gets within like 100 feet, I'm going to cast Enhanced Diplomacy on myself.
Okay, cool. You do that. And he waves at you guys, and he starts to slow down unless you guys do anything.
Valdeen waves back.
Okay.
Vasilisa
Perfect.
will also wave, but she's narrowing her eyes a little bit, like she's getting ready to evil eye if she needs to.
I like it. I like it.
Marge pets Ghost, but has her hand on her sword.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Valdeen will actually go ahead and take his gun out of the holster
Okay.
and just have it just down by his side with
Okay.
the other hand. So he's
Perfect.
waving, smiling,
Perfect,
ready
perfect,
to
perfect.
shoot.
Okay. So the sled stops pretty close to you guys. Like the guy rides up his sled and just kind of like off to the side a little bit, maybe about 20 feet off. And he parks the sled and everything. He pushes a spike into the ground so the dogs can't run off with the sled and anything. And he hops off and you see him take off his hood and he lowers his little scarf and everything and goes,
Human? Is he human?
no, he's not. This is a halfling.
Another halfling.
Yes, another halfling. Greetings, everybody. How's it going this fine evening? Morning. Morning. It's been a long night for me and a long day. How are you all doing?
We are doing well, as all things considered.
As well as could be expected on the road, of course.
Good. Where are you guys heading?
North.
Are you heading up to White Throne?
We are actually going to Elsprin first, but we do intend to trade.
Well, good luck. I was just on my way up there as well, and I got turned around. There is a guard post up ahead, and they are being very picky about who they are letting through. They said something about wire is missing, and they said people in Nazhena Vasilyovna has been upset and is like, I don't know. I did not understand it, but they turned me away. So now I am having to travel on a different route to get back to somewhere to sell the rest of my goods. If you are heading up that way, I would consider not.
How far ahead is the guard post?
Couple miles, perhaps. For me, it is about an hour or two. For you guys, not with the sleds, perhaps the whole day. But like I said, it is not the way to go through.
Also, his guard post is like miles and miles from White Throne. There's guard post.
They are trying to police the area of Nazhena Vasilyovna. Something about her tower or something. She is trying to keep the area on lockdown.
Oh.
They're throwing a wide net.
I wonder if maybe it has something to do with the druids. You know, they are
Druids?
being a pest in this area.
Oh, you ran across some of those druids?
Oh no, just one.
Man.
Yes, if you head back this way, there is the snow. I want to say the snow lets up, but is more magical. But there is a little respite from the snow up ahead if you keep going.
It'll be
About
most
where?
pleasant.
Oh, if you want to go around, you can go
I
around
have
also.
to go around.
For
I
the
cannot
dog- for the
drag my
doggos.
sled through ground.
Yes, you would avoid the
It
circle.
did
That is a
slow
circle.
us down that
Well,
way
I
too.
will figure something out. Fuck. All right. Do you all need to trade anything? Are you looking
Well,
for a barter at all? I have food, some common stuff, very general goods.
Oh, we actually have infinite food.
Wow, that is very fucking cool.
Yes.
Putting me out of a job.
No, but what else do you happen to have?
Like I said, many general goods.
What is your name, by the way?
My name is Gorgon.
Gorgon.
Yes, my name is Gorgon. I am a traveling merchant.
Well, Gorgon, we do have some very unusual to the area fresh fruit and vegetables.
Oh, I would be interested
Foreign,
in that.
exotic, warm place.
Yes,
type
that would
fruits.
sell very well for
Yes.
anywhere I would go. I would love to trade for those. What are you interested in?
Do you have any mirrors?
I do, as a matter of fact. I believe I have about 5 nice mirrors.
It's not vanity. She's asking for other.
I mean, it doesn't matter what it's for.
Well, I did not have to think you're shallow.
Well, yes, but look at you. Why would I be the shallow one, Bolka?
Oh, well,
Mister, I don't want a mirror because I'll stare at my beauty all the time. I
Now these
feel very affronted.
these mirrors are not exactly how you would say nice mirrors.
But
They
functional.
are functional. They are meant for travelers such as yourselves. Are made of very nicely polished steel.
Beautiful.
Yes, so they will not
perfect.
break if you drop them or if you fall off of a cliff. They will be
Most
fine.
Perfect. For all
Good,
5
good.
mirrors,
Yes.
how many pounds of foreign beautiful fruit?
Let's see here. So all 5 mirrors I will trade to you for 20 pounds of fruit.
How about this? And Vasilisa will grab the horn from wherever we've slung it, and I will dump it out the full 3 times that it does a day.
Whoa.
And that will be 18 pounds of beautiful produce.
Whoa.
Yeah, that looks like about 20 pounds. That is a good trade for me. Here are your mirrors.
Thank you very much.
You
Yes, of
wouldn't have
course.
any coffee, would you?
coffee. Yeah, I believe I have some coffee.
Oh, even
in
just a
here.
little bit would be good.
What kind of coffee are you looking for? I am a bit of a connoisseur.
Oh.
I got some very common coffee. We have very rare desert coffee here. I also have a nice dragon's blend of coffee. We have a hybrid, and then we also have marching coffee.
Do you happen to have a sample pack?
No.
I'll take one of each.
But if you would like coffee, I have quite a few to pick from. Are
Oh,
you
yeah,
looking to trade or purchase?
Well, I was hoping that, maybe with all of these fresh fruits, you might have something you could throw in, just with the mirrors.
No, that was not the deal. I am sorry.
Can I like wink at him and try a diplomacy check and be like, are you sure? I mean, this is so much different coffee. And they just really want to just try a little bit. You could just throw it in with the mirrors. It's no big deal, right?
Go for it.
I just really want to roll diplomacy. 27.
I can throw in some of the common coffee for you, but these other ones are very rare commodities up here. I hope you understand.
Oh, no, that makes perfect sense. No, thank you so much for your that is very generous, just for the little treat for them.
How much are the other coffees?
Well, it depends. This exotic coffee here, it is, we are going for 2 gold for a half pound. Oh, the desert coffee here is 5 gold per half pound. Very rare stuff. Dragon's blend, gold per pound. Same with the hybrid and the marching coffees.
Like, are these the ones that give us benefits instead of just plain old coffee, though?
Marge is going to pull open her coin purse.
Valdeen was doing the same thing as we were having the conversation.
Because he's like, you know what?
You know what?
The
Dragon's
all the
blend
coffee sounds good.
coffee sounds fucking dope for where we are.
To make you hot, does it keep you warm?
It gives you a
make you
cold
hot? Is that what you
resistance
said?
Yeah,
5
makes you
for
hot.
1 hour. When it
Cold
prevents
resistance 5?
5 points of damage, the effect ends. You can only benefit from it once a day.
But every morning we drink dragon coffee now. That's fantastic.
Where is Vrix? Should someone tell Vrix this is going on
I
right
just
now?
want to know
Let's
how
surprise
many,
him. We'll wake him up later.
how many doses we get of the stuff that's like
We need
great.
2 pounds, maybe.
According to the Specialty Coffee Association of America, a single pound of coffee is enough for 48 6-ounce cups of coffee.
So if we buy half a pound of Dragon's Blend,
24
that's
cups.
24 cups, which is 12 doses.
We need at least 3 pounds then.
Let's buy a bunch of
Let's-
Dragon's
yeah,
Blend.
I'm not worried about carrying a couple extra pounds
Worth
of coffee.
the money when we know we're fighting winter witches at some point.
How much of the coffee do you have in stock? Because I think we might be making a significant purchase.
I have about 10 pounds each.
All right, I'll take it.
All of it?
Yeah, let's just do it.
Of all of them.
Why not?
So
All
460 cups of coffee is what we're talking about.
Can always resell it later if we want to, but we probably going to put it to good use between
if
the
we're
group of
gonna
us.
be in winter for a while, coffee's a good thing to
I
have.
haven't had rare coffee in quite some time. It's going to be delicious tomorrow morning.
But rest is important. Make sure you don't drink so much that you cannot even sleep.
Oh no, we just drink it in the morning to help us wake up and get going.
I feel like I've been sleeping much better recently. At least
That's
just
wonderful.
since last
Yeah,
night.
that's good.
Marge
look
rolls her
here.
eyes. Okay.
That is wonderful, unicorn boy. Marge, whatever.
All right, your total comes out to 170 gold pieces.
Alrighty. So you wouldn't happen to be able to describe that scout post? How many guards were there when you tried to pass through?
It's hard to say. It was probably about 15 to 20 guards there. It was big production.
There's no other way to get through, to get around that area?
No, not that I know of.
Oh.
I don't know of any other way to go around.
And you put Kappa in on this, right?
Yeah.
And Kappa will whisper, there is another way. It is not used. We will talk about it. It is taboo.
Did they have any of those trolls or giants?
Oh, yes, they had a big troll there.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, I suppose, and she kind of winks, we should turn around then.
I mean, I would turn around, or if you guys, you seemed very easily to want to buy some stuff from me. You might be able to buy your way through. You never know.
I mean,
you could
we
try
are
it.
That's a thought I had.
What sort
yeah.
of questions did they ask you, Korkin?
Who are you? What is on your sled? Let us take apart everything and look through it.
Oh,
And
do not
then
like
they
that.
said, well, you
Inspections.
do not have to go this way. You could go sell it in this province.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
We understand.
Valdeen takes out the money and exchanges for the coffee.
You got 10 pounds of each, so that's going to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds worth of coffee.
That's a
Where
lot
are
of
you
coffee.
putting that?
Well, I do have mealback coins.
Oh, that's right, you do. Because I'm like, Ghost has still got some.
I was thinking we should have paid
but-
him in silver bar equivalent, and then that would lighten our load.
That's really smart.
It's not a
Would
bad
he
idea.
accept-
Their total, there's 50 of them, and they're worth 2,500.
So they're worth 50 gold each?
And they are 10 pounds a piece.
So we could
So
try
3 of those and then
giving 3 of those
And that would
plus the change.
free up like 30 pounds.
Yeah,
Would
that'd
he
be great.
accept that?
Absolutely. This is just liquid wealth. Of course I will take silver bars.
And it weighs less than the coffee we are taking off you, so no problem.
Oh, yeah, he's fine with me.
Okay, beautiful. We're gonna look at coffee merchants right now. We're gonna smell like a cafe. It's gonna be fabulous.
Okay, but he says merchants do not seem to be getting through.
Vasilisa just grabs a single bean of coffee and sticks it tantalizingly on Brooks's front doorstep.
Ooh, which type of...
I don't know.
Bean.
I don't think Vasilisa knows coffee well enough. I should roll a d6.
Well, I assume the bags are
All right,
labeled,
James.
though.
Yeah, the bags
Yeah,
are
they're-
labeled.
I'm not paying attention. I'm rolling a d6.
Okay.
I grabbed him a 5.
Hybrid.
I got him a hybrid coffee. I don't know what that does.
This bitter coffee cultivar increases the drinker's alertness to nearby threats. For 1 hour after drinking 2 cups of hybrid coffee, you gain a +2 competence bonus on perception checks to notice a creature that is using stealth.
Oh my god, you guys, we need to just be fully fucking wired on coffee
Well, no,
when
it's-
we go
it's
in.
one coffee.
1 hour
Everybody
every
drinks
hour?
a different coffee.
No,
and
I'm
it's
just
good at
saying,
a different type of
Aren't
perception.
there negatives when you come down off of your coffee, though,
No.
for some
No,
of them?
Not for coffee.
Not that I've seen so far.
No, it's all good. It's like opposite of Harrowspell. It's just all positive.
So this is why you stay away from the magic and you trust the natural ingredients. You got to put those
But
in
you
your
can
glass
only
and drink them
benefit
down.
from each coffee blend once a day.
Once
So 1
per day.
hour. You only have 1 good hour. Oh, wait. We could drink different coffee? Could we get different boost every hour? So I drink 1
Maybe.
coffee, then drink a different coffee.
Technically,
But
yes.
Yeah.
2 cups per, so you're gonna just be shitting all day.
I do not like I don't know.
Oh, man. Okay, cool. Yeah,
I don't-
that's a goodbye.
Yeah, marching coffee, you can drink 2 cups. You can walk for an additional hour before you must start making forced march checks.
Nice.
Well, if there is nothing else, I need to figure out where I am going next.
Yes, as we say, if you come to clearing with no snow, you can just go around, and it is only a few miles.
All right.
Around.
That is good enough for me. Good luck with whatever you decide to do.
Oh, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Mhm. Have safe travels.
You as well.
Good luck on your journey.
And he'll head over and he throws his hood up, puts his scarf back on. He pulls out the spike and gives his dogs a good old mush mush, and they take off. I was hoping this wasn't going to be the case, but if we cannot go through the pass because of the guards, there is another option that we can go for. Way back in the day, when the Winter War first started, there was a village nestled in the mountains, full of Ulfin, called Ulsgard. And when the Winter War first started, the Ulfin abandoned it, trying to find a place to move their families to. And so they left all of the children in the village with priests of Desna that lived there. And no one ever saw the Ulfin return, and no one knows what became of everyone else left in the village. But it was soon discovered to be completely abandoned, and most people say it is haunted. No one travels through there anymore.
I'm so
But technically, it is another path that I highly doubt anyone is guarding.
we must go there.
Through the haunted village that might be full of the ghosts of dead children and priests of Desna?
And possibly Ulfin.
And Ulfin?
Yes, but
Ulfin
if they're-
warriors?
If they are ghosts, if they are like spirits that are not at rest, we could help put them to rest.
I suppose,
That is
but
true. We
I'm
do
kind
have
of
Bolka
prepared
with
to
us.
burn living things to death, not to deal with undead today.
How far out of the way is this going to take us, this detour?
I wouldn't call it far out of the way. It is about the same amount of time. It's just
Okay.
Okay, so not so much
major
more
spooky.
time as spooky spooks.
How long has
Yes.
it been since someone's been to the orphan village?
last time I heard of somebody going to the village was hundreds of years ago.
Can I roll like a knowledge local to see if I've heard of this
Yeah,
village
absolutely.
or whatever, or knowledge,
that's what I
whatever
was
you think it
thinking.
would be?
Yeah, it would be local or history.
Ooh,
I'm
I
going to
could do
roll it
history.
too.
And you said I have a -1 to all of everything all day?
Ba, 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 probably
14
skills.
knowledge local for Valdeen.
26 knowledge history for
That makes sense, though. You're from here.
I got
I
an
think-
11 history.
This sounds like a Vasilisa kind of thing to know.
Okay. Yeah, Vasilisa, you get it. 1,400 years ago, in the first week of the Winter War, a mass exodus of native Ulfin flooded south before the might of Baba Yaga's army of giants and trolls, and the onslaught of unreasonable winter. As the invading army approached, the adults of Ulsgard left the village in search of a place where the community could hide and regroup with other survivors. They planned to return to the village's children, who were entrusted to a pair of clerics of Desna. Tragically, for reasons lost to history, no one from the village ever returned.
two
I love it.
clerics.
So they're like, well, let's
yeah,
just wait the storm out, and then
okay,
hundreds of years later, it's still.
Fun fact, everybody. Back at the Winter War, 1,400 years ago, Baba Yaga takes over Irsen, sets up never-ending winter. A lot of the Ulfin who lived in this area fled south to get away from the cold. You remember the Ulfin Guard in Taldor?
Yeah, of course.
That's where they came from.
Another fun fact, not all the Ulfin Guard are actually Ulfin.
As far as I know, the Ulfin are like gone now, yes? The original race is mostly gone?
I mean,
They've merged
yeah,
with other races. yeah.
lost, scattered. You know, the kids and those two clerics of Desna. Who knows? I mean, 1,400 years later, they're all dead for sure, but how and when they died and where?
Yes, people do not go there. There were people who went there a long time ago and came back, and the stories were passed down, and here we are now, hundreds of years later.
Well, maybe the place is calmed down now and it's all fine. We can
It's
just go
true,
right
it
through.
could just be local superstition.
I suppose we're just gonna have to find out now, huh?
Yes, lucky us.
My present is the crows and the winged serpent and the wanderer. It makes me feel like we should be traveling in unpredictable, surprising ways, and this seems like the way to do it.
It's true, that could fit.
Well, let's
Well, I
Let's
mean,
do
you
it.
know, my present is the idiot and the inquisitor and the waxworks, so you know, not a whole lot of promise there.
You have a frowny face on your 3x5 card. You
Oh,
have
yeah.
many frowny faces.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Every time. So sorry.
y'all volunteered to do a card reading. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, I would never force it on you.
No, she seems like such a nice girl, and she's a very summery, bright personality. I did not think such sadness and pain would be in her familiar.
Remember when Norm was the crows?
I do. Is that a meta question?
Ooh.
Right? Yeah.
The crows are
And
following.
you're like, oh, it means betray, the violent taking of a loved one. He's like, oh no, not me.
No, I hope that
I would never do
Marge
that.
doesn't remember immediately. Because it feels a little bit like a slap in the face that she's thinking about hearing from Norm and Norm saying something to her. And then Norm's roll card pops up in Bolka's Haro reading as
Yeah,
As part
yeah.
of my
She's
presence.
and not
she
She's
doesn't know.
anywhere in March.
She wasn't there for the reading,
yeah.
but
Like, let's
yeah.
not dwell on that.
That would just, you know,
probably rub her the
go
wrong
right
way.
along with what's been happening so far.
I imagine us talking about all this while we're walking, like on our path.
I know
Yeah.
you and Norm were married, but he and I have a magical special bond that is far more powerful.
Marge stabs you.
With a really well-made sword.
Right?
She waits till you're asleep first. You go the way
Oh
Norm did.
God!
Oh,
Or the way,
Shit.
or the way the
Uh-oh.
cleric.
Only
of
actually
Gosra went.
instead of your spouse holding you, it's Gary because you spoon at night, and Gary wakes up and goes, "No, Bolka."
Who told you that? Yes, we were. Me and Gary, our noses were touching.
Well, in Marge's future, she's got the beating and the rabbit prince, so it might end up being Valdeen that.
Beating the rabbit prince.
crap out of Valdeen.
I'll just
Oh,
be
boy.
in my house beating the rabbit prince. If anybody wants to join me.
If anybody wants to join me, I'll be beating the rabbit prince. You know, that
Probably till morning.
unicorn one horn
Oh boy.
mythic man. Wiggity diggity.
Purple-headed people eater.
You mean the purple-headed people creator?
Oh boy.
So,
So-
you guys
Well,
Yeah.
he's a
start
halfling.
Yes.
so.
marching towards
Moving on.
the spoopy village.
Adventure.
Yeah,
Spoopy
we're
Village- yes,
apparently
that is where we're going.
To adventure
Spoopy
and possibly
Ulfscar.
beyond. Who knows?
Cool. Okay, yeah. I mean, you guys are going to spend another couple hours. Eventually, you guys start heading uphill a little bit, and you start climbing into some like low mountains, like not hills, but bigger.
Not a massive, huge
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
steady
it's a-
Mount Everest.
It's a hike,
mountain,
though,
but
for
it's
sure.
still a hike.
It's a hike. There's definitely like some sheer rock
Yep.
in some sections that are impossible to travel over, and you guys just kind of get funneled into a canyon, and you're walking up the canyon through the snow.
So is this another canyon?
A different one than
A different one?
where the
than
guard tower is?
Yes, this is a
Okay.
different canyon. Yes, there are only a couple canyons that cut through the mountains. One is obviously very heavily guarded and is easier to go through, and then this one is long forgotten and cursed through time, and no one would ever go through here.
Let us keep an eye out for, ravens and guards and evil trolls and stuff, just in case.
Okay, so yeah, let's roll some perceptions at some minuses.
Have minuses,
Let's
but
do it.
yeah.
Just real quick, I didn't do it for character reasons, but nobody sensed motive on Gorgon.
Nope, no one, not at all.
No.
We just kind of fucking trusted him
Yeah.
like idiots. Shit.
I mean, I feel like that's what Bolka would have done. I didn't want to roll it. I didn't want to do detect evil. I didn't want to do
Yeah.
sense motive. I just want to
Marge
trust
has a
him.
-2 on sense motive, so that is not her thing. That is going to be
I
up to
feel like
other
It's not my-
people.
it's not mine
Vasilisa
either.
should have, but I think also Vasilisa is paranoid enough that she's like, of fucking course, there's guards ahead. Like she's just
It seemed
the
logical to
story
me.
made sense.
So Valdeen also kind of was like, oh, it makes sense. Checks out.
I have a +12 on it. I just didn't think he would. Bolka would
So
be
we need to
I
suspicious.
should have
ask you
thought
to
of
be
it.
suspicious.
Yeah, right, exactly.
No.
Well, Valdeen rolled a 27 perception.
Vasilisa got a 16.
Marge got a 17, even with her -1, and Ghost got a 10.
And Bolka got an 8.
As you guys continue to travel through the snow, you start to see very old, like stone walls along the path. You see old spots where there must have been signs or posts or something along the way pointing which direction to go. And before too long, probably after about a good half hour of marching through the snow, you see up ahead an archway spanning the cross of the road. That is the village. Did we want to rest before we go in, or should we?
Rest in the village?
No, rest here before we go in the village.
How long do we think it will take to get through the village? Because if we can just,
It just passed right through,
like,
right?
do we think that the nighttime would be the worst time to be in this area? Are spoopy things worse at night? I mean, partly because you can't see them, but also it feels like night is, as they say, the spooping hour.
I've always heard it called the witching hour.
Well,
I mean, is that
I'm
witchist?
more of a daytime witch, so I would beg to
Okay.
differ.
If you think about it, we either rest here on this side of the village, or we go through the village and probably end up resting on the other side, but a bit further away.
True.
I like the further away part.
That is what I think. If we have time, if we still have a little
How's
travel
it-
time.
Oh yeah,
how long
much
would it
is
take us to
daytime?
cross a
How
village?
much
Yeah.
daytime is left?
Yeah,
That's
how's
the
everybody?
question.
You guys probably have about 2 hours worth of daylight.
How's everybody feeling? Everyone feeling okay?
I think we should just get going and
I think
and
so
do
too.
it.
Okay, and I cast Mage Armor with my wand before we go in, just in case.
All right, tell me about marching order.
Bolka up front.
So Marge is usually up front. Yeah, Marge and Ghost.
Valdeen right behind the two of them.
Vasilisa's with the kids and Kappa
Yep, and Marigold.
in the back.
And Gary, I guess, would be right next to me.
That sounds good. Yeah,
That
he's
sounds
been
a good
kind of.
spot. Middle.
Why do you ask, James?
Oh, for reasons.
Why do you want marching order?
As you approach, you see that it is a large stone archway, and you can look through it into the village.
Is there any like markings on the stones in the archway?
Yeah.
Wow, great
I was going to ask the
question.
same question.
Roll a knowledge religion check.
Why do
I
you
don't
sound
have
angry,
knowledge.
James?
Oh, okay. You see a very nice butterfly inscribed on the stone.
Aww.
Oh, that seems positive. There's a pretty butterfly.
Isn't butterfly the sign of Desna? I know
I
a
would
little.
like
I know
to
a little
roll
about
a
Desna.
religion check, please.
I feel like
Okay.
I should know that automatically, but all right, let's roll for it.
I got a 19.
19 as well.
Yeah, you guys know. That's Desna.
Yeah.
That's the holy
Oh,
symbol of Desna.
Yes.
Boy, is Desna one of the good gods?
Yes.
Oh, she's lovely. I like
Yeah.
her. She's
You
and you know what is
know-
good? She believes in travel, and we are doing a lot of that.
Well,
The
travel though.
caravan I traveled with almost entirely Desna worshippers.
So it's a good sign. It's a
Yeah.
good sign.
I want a perception check from everybody, please.
Is this archway possibly magical in some way, Vasilisa?
I will detect magic if I have the opportunity.
Okay, let me get those perception checks.
18 for Vasilisa.
Okay,
25.
okay,
22 for Valdeen.
okay.
Marge actually got a 21, even with her minus.
Hey.
Oh, that's
And
good.
Ghost is a 14.
Marge, Bolka, Valdeen. In the distance, you guys can hear the screaming of children.
Oh no, but we know it's probably not real children.
That's just the wind. It's wind whistling through the trees, and it's not.
Are
That
you
doesn't
sure? Because that sounds like kiddos to me.
No,
and
that's got to be
I
just
think we
wind.
need to go save them.
Yes, no, but it's
It-
probably we are probably like 1400 years too late. But
Yeah,
yes,
it's.
you are hearing correctly, but I do not think
I
they are
mean,
real.
what?
What about?
You hear sound?
It sounds like there's a
there
sound.
are children screaming.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, give a moment.
And you guys kind of pause, and the screams fade away after a bit. But as you're sitting there in the snow, just kind of listening and looking around, you can look through the big archway in front of you, and you can see the ruins of this village. It's little more than just sort of old stone walls. And you can see kind of in the center a bunch of very old stone benches encircle kind of what would be the town center.
Like no roofs, just
No
foundations.
roofs, just foundations. Vasilisa, I think you see this first because you were doing detect magic. But you do see a butterfly inside of the village, kind of resting on like a tree branch. It's very, very still. Not a nice, pretty, colorful butterfly, but more of like moth color. And that is detecting as magic.
I hold up my hands and say, everybody wait, there is a magical butterfly up there, maybe a moth. It's very small and far away. And I focus, I want to see what kind of magic, if it doesn't move.
That could be good.
Or bad, let's find out.
Well,
I try to focus on it long enough to find out what kind of magic.
Conjuration.
oh,
Valdeen,
not-
Bolka, you
that's
both
not-
see the butterfly.
It's some sort of conjured butterfly.
Just trust Goddess.
So do we
Does
go
anyone
in?
remember a good prayer to Desna before we go in? From maybe our caravan days with the
Oh,
Varisians.
it's been so long.
May we all have the luck of Desna. Desna, we mean no ill upon any of your worshippers, dead or alive. We simply seek to travel. And we know that you like travelers. We have come a long way. Please do not think we are being, disrespectful or kill us. In Desna's name, amen.
Possibly the best prayer ever said on this podcast. Go ahead and give yourself a snowflake.
wow.
That was fucking hilarious.
Please don't kill us.
I'm sure she was listening.
Okay, what do you guys do?
Something about this archway just gives me the creeps. I'm not sure what it is. Can't quite put my
Vasilisa's
finger on it.
gonna cast mage armor on the
Okay.
kids
Cool.
because they don't have armor.
Thank you. Well, I suppose we should all stay close.
Okay. Guys, head forward.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I think
No, we
we'll-
must
Are you
investigate.
having second thoughts there,
let's
Valdeen?
be respectful of
Does
the
Bolka go?
butterfly.
Not alone, but he thinks we are all going.
Okay.
Yep.
Are we all
fine.
going?
Yes, let's
We march
stay in
in
our
ghost?
marching order
Okay.
and let's just be close to each other and ready for anything.
Valdeen's got his gun out again. Is just
Cool.
ready to go. He's really concerned about this archway.
Give me.
I'm gonna put my halo up.
Nice. Just for good choice. Good choice. All right, you guys start moving through.
Marge is gonna pull out a wand instead of her sword.
Okay.
Probably smart.
Okay. You. This is how we're gonna start this.
I bet we.
Great.
I bet we make it through uneventfully. I bet we just walk right through.
I want a will save from everybody, please.
It's a good thing I have a +2 to my will save and a -1 to my will saves.
I'm going to use one of my harrowing bonuses to get myself a +1 on my will save.
I'm gonna use a snowflake on my will.
I'm doing a snowflake and my +1.
You can spend after your die is rolled before you know the result. For example, I rolled, saw that it was a 20 and decided, nah, I'm not wasting that. Nat 20 wins everything for a will save. Boom.
I'm gonna roll. So I'm using a snowflake. I'm gonna roll my Bolka die and my Desna die together.
Nice
Nice.
choice.
Right?
Very nice.
Ooh.
Two different goddess colors.
Let's go.
I'd roll them separately to make sure that your metal doesn't chip your
Yeah,
turquoise.
that's what I would be afraid of. Is the metal die is heavy duty. It'll
Bolka
chip your
is
turquoise.
Bolka is just tough, and Desna's going to have to
Counting
deal
on
with
the
it.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Let's go.
All right, Bolka. Ooh, Bolka got an 18. Desna got an 18. They are meant to be together. That
What's
cost
your
me.
total?
That cost me a snowflake. God damn it.
It was a very powerful
should-
moment,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use my +2 because I only rolled a 9. So I got a 12. Hopefully that is like right at the limit there.
It's so painful.
And Bolka, what's your final?
30.
Okay.
Bolka's final.
Oh, do I need to
is-
roll for ghost too?
No, not for ghosts.
Okay.
Okay.
Bolka's final is higher than I could possibly roll.
Valdeen, what did you get?
Well, I used a snowflake
Okay.
and I rolled a 6 or a 13. So I'm gonna take the 13.
Okay.
Give me a will save of 16. I really hope that's a 9. It's so close. It's just the wind. It's not really voices.
If it's
Oh, no, for
children
Marge,
screaming,
it's-
I
that
know.
that
Children
would've-
screaming.
Yeah,
So in
yeah.
trouble. Marge.
Yeah,
Marge just
I wouldn't
takes
imagine she
off.
would handle
She's
that
hearing
well.
her own children screaming right now.
All right. So Marge got a 12.
Yeah.
Bolka got a 30. Valdeen got a 16. Gary got a 14. Vasilisa got a 20. And Kappa got a 19. Cool.
So what happens to Marge?
Why are you assuming something's going to happen?
Because.
Why are you assuming
'Cause it
that
was a save.
that I didn't preemptively make you guys roll for later?
Oh.
Okay.
Well, then we'll see what happens to Marge later.
No, it was actually for right now. Okay, so Marge and Bolka are the first to go under. I would like perception checks from Valdeen, Gary, Vasilisa, Kappa.
23 for Valdeen.
Okay.
9 for Vasilisa.
Okay. Valdeen, you see the butterfly on the archway glow very faintly blue for a moment. And as Marge and Bolka pass underneath the archway, you all see Marge fade out of existence.
Yep,
And
it's
we're
a-
going to have to
it's a
figure out what
teleport.
that means next time on the Dimension Door podcast.
It's a transport.
This makes no sense. Oh, maybe she was like the Taldor.
Marge
Desna.
fades away. Bolka and Ghost are still there.
Oh, no.
Have fun, motherfuckers!
Oh my god.
Killing me, Smalls.
Remind me, we're not playing again for like a month, right?
Oh
Yeah, do you want me to record this so that we know what happened?
wow.
Hi, Marge.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the Dimension Door podcast. Stay tuned for a promo from our friends over at Intelligence Check. This episode was executive produced by Debbie Hawks, Callie Rose, and David Lester. If you are interested in supporting the show monetarily and also getting some bonus goodies, check us out on Patreon. Editing and music for this episode is by Zac Kreitler. Bumper tracks are from MDK Music, and some spell effects may be from Syrinscape.
Greetings, Podquesters. I am Court Hawkins, famous bard of the podcast Intelligence Check. Intelligence Check is set in a Tolkien-esque world where our party members are forced by fate down the road of adventure. Literally, fate is physically forcing us. We keep trying to walk away, but the damn thing never lets up. Now I know what you're saying. Another D&D podcast? But trust me, I'm worth listening to. I mean, we're worth listening to. And doesn't this accent make you just want to trust me? Intelligence Check celebrates the camaraderie of lifelong friends, joking around a table while remaining true to their characters and story. We bring you short, bi-weekly adventures full of action, banter, too many tentacles, and a naked dwarf. Oh, dear God, someone please put some clothes on that dwarf. So roll an intelligence check, because the show you're listening to now is awesome, but you'll need something to hold you over while you wait for new episodes. Oh, come on, is that really the tagline we're using?